Yes, guys, this goes and guys, welcome back to another video now. Finn, where have you been, mate?
I haven't been in a couple of videos, only in the vlogs, but I'm back.
Only in the vlogs. But look, guys, today we're going to be doing my Game Week 1 and Finn's Game Week 1 Premier League predictions. We're going to go from the Friday night's games right through the Saturday and to the Sunday. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Quite a lot of good games in the first week, so let's get into it.
First, it's Palace v Arsenal. This will be a great game, I think, but Arsenal do not have a good record at first games in the Premier League, but true. I do think they'll get a 2-0 win.
Wow.
At Selhurst Park, and Jesus will score.
Wow, okay. I actually think that last season, obviously, in the race to finish in the top four, they lost 3-0 to Palace, and that ultimately kept them out of the top four, and I think that might play on their minds a bit. I know they have got a bit of experience with Zinchenko and Jesus in the transfer window, but I think it will finish a 1-1 draw. What do you think of the signing of Zinchenko?
It's a good signing, but I don't know if they really need him, to be honest. I think Tierney is class left back, but I think he's still better than Zinchenko. Yeah,
I think Tierney's very, very good. And I know they now have two very, very good left backs. And of course, they've sent Nuno Tavares out on loan as well. It'll be interesting to see what Arsenal do this season. Next up, it's Fulham versus Liverpool. Now, Liverpool love the first game against their promoted side. They absolutely do. Last season, they played Norwich. I mean, how lucky is that? 3-0 win at Carrow Road. The season before that, Leeds. They played Norwich a couple of seasons ago as well. Unbelievable. They've got Fulham here today. How do you see this one going?
I think it'll be a comfortable win for Liverpool. I think it'll be 3-1. I think Fulham will score, maybe Mitrovic, but I think Salah will get a double, and that'll be good for the FPL.
Yeah, I actually think it'll be 4-0 to Liverpool. I think this is going to be a heavy smashing. I actually do kind of like Fulham spending this summer. I like Palhinha. I think he's a good, experienced CDM from Portugal. Obviously, plays with the national team as well. I think Salah will get a couple. Nunes on the score sheet maybe as well. I think they're going to have a lovely game at Craven Cottage for Liverpool, and I think they can have a very, very good season.
Bournemouth v Villa. I'm not sure about this one. Villa, they have a lot of good signings this summer, and I'm not sure if they'll hit the ground running, but they haven't in the last couple of years against Watford. But I think it'll be a 1-0 still.
1-0. Okay, I actually think Villa might get the win in this one, 3-1. Now, I do kind of like their signings. I like, obviously, Coutinho on a permanent deal. I'm not really sure about Diego Carlos, to be honest. I know he has looked decent in pre-season, but I mean, he's been offered to so many clubs, Man United, Spurs, Arsenal, but they've rejected him. They've rejected him every time. So is there a reason for that, I was thinking? But I think they will get the win this time. I think, Coutinho is going to have a very, very good season. And I think Villa will probably finish about mid-table.
Also, Kamara is a good signing. He's a
That's
good
very
CDM. True. They struggle in that position quite a lot because they have quite a lot of good attacking centre mids, but struggle with the defence bit. And I think he'll solid up the defence.
Leeds versus Wolves. Now, obviously for Leeds, only surviving on the last day of the season last year. But to be honest, they're up there, in my opinion, in one of the best spenders, I reckon. I think they've signed some very, very good players. Brendan Aronson from RB Salzburg. They've also signed Sinistera as well from Feyenoord. I'm hearing he might be out for the starting few games. But I'm really excited about Aronson. I've actually got him in my FPL team. Click the link in the description to see that if you haven't already. And I think Leeds will actually win this one, 2-1. What do you think?
I've gone for 2-1 as well.
Wow.
I think Aronson will score, actually.
Okay.
But I'm not sure about their signings, to be honest. I think Aronson, don't really know a lot about him, to be honest. Sinister, I've heard a lot of good things about him in the, I think it was Conference League when he got to the final with Feyenoord, but a lot of American signings. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I mean, they've obviously signed Tyler Adams as well. I've seen a little bit of him, but from all I've seen, he looks a decent player as well. So it does look like they are building a good team at Leeds. And for their sake, I actually do think they will stay up this season. What do you think?
I think they'll stay up as well. Newcastle Forest. I think the deciding factor of this game is at Newcastle, because I feel like the fans really get behind them, and I think it'll be a 3-1 Newcastle win.
3-1, a lot of goals in Forest's first game in the Prem for so many years now. I think Newcastle will get the win as well. 2-0 I'm going for. I think Newcastle will have a good season. I'm not sure if they're going to have as good season as everyone's hyping them up to be. I think they will be probably challenging for the Conference League place. I think they probably will get into that in the end. But look, they've made some good signings. Sven Botman, we're not even talking about Forest yet. Jesse Lingard, how do you think he's going to do?
I think he'll do right for a team of that standard, but at the end of the day, he's not worth 200 grand, whatever is being reported that he's on.
No, I mean, if he can gather his form back that he was at West Ham, they could have a hell of a player on his hands. But the thing is, I'm not sure if they're going to be honest. Spurs versus Southampton. We're going to this game, of course, Spurs fans. And look, there's everything to be excited about at Tottenham Hotspur Football Club at the moment. We've made some insane signings. I mean, Southampton, on the other hand, I really do worry for them this season. I know they have brought in Joe Aribo. I think that's quite a good signing, don't you think?
Yeah, he did score in the Europa League final last year, and I
Yeah.
think he has that experience in Europe, so I think it'll be a good signing.
Yeah, and I do think Spurs will put quite a lot past Southampton. I'm going for a 4-0 win.
I've gone for a 3-0 win, Sun double.
Sun double. I mean, I've got Kane in my fantasy team. I think he's going to do well as well. I'm not sure about him scoring because technically in the Premier League he sometimes does start it slow. In pre-season he has been on fire, but I mean, you never know with Harry Kane. He could start it slow, could start it fast, but we all know he's a terrific player.
Everton Chelsea now, and this I'm not quite sure about. It might be a bit controversial, my decision, but I think I'm going for a 2-1 Everton win.
Wow.
They haven't won the last 5 times at Goodison Park in the league. I think it'll be a 2-1 win. McNeil to score.
McNeil to score, wow. And I've actually gone 1-0 Chelsea. I do think they will get it over the line. I agree, it will be a very, very tight game. We saw last season, Everton really weren't that great, and they only just stayed up. But Goodison Park last season, at the end of the season, was their place to pick up points. They couldn't pick up points away from home, which is why I do think they will struggle this season. But yeah, I don't think the atmosphere will put Chelsea off on this occasion. I think they'll get the win. Who do you think will score for Chelsea then?
They don't have a definite striker, but I think Havertz will score.
Wow, do you think Sterling's a good signing?
It's a good signing. I think he brings a dribbler to the team since since he lost Hazard, they haven't really replaced him. But I think he will fill in for Hazard, but he's not as good. But I mean, he'll be good.
Leicester versus Brentford. Now, a couple of days ago, I mean, the news has come out about Kasper Schmeichel. He's not going to be staying at Leicester next season. I think that's quite weird, don't you think?
It's a bit of a weird one. You wouldn't expect a Danish man from Leicester to go to Nice, but
especially their captain, one of their best players. And I do worry for Leicester's defence this season, even if they sell for Fana as well. I think, honestly, there's going to be goals in this one. 2-2. I don't think either of them can really keep out the other team. Of course, Brentford won't be getting Eriksen next season. He'll be going to United. What do you think about this one?
I've also gone for a draw.
Okay.
But not 2-2, 0-0.
I was actually close to putting 0-0, but I decided goals over board draw in the end. But yeah, I mean, I'm not really convinced about Leicester this season. They weren't really great at the end of last season, were they?
No, and they've lost Tielemans, I think. Well, they haven't lost him technically, but
yeah, he hasn't committed to a new deal. I think he has 1 or 2 more years left. Maddison as well, being chased by Newcastle. All their best players are going. Vardy's nearly at the end of his career. It's a bit of a worrying time for Leicester. Their recruitment team needs to step up again.
Man United, Brighton. I think this is very contentious because they've had a great pre-season, Man United, to be fair, but the comeback of Ronaldo, will he play?
No, I can't really see him playing. I think, look, he obviously went home before the full-time whistle when they played against Rayo Valenco in pre-season. I mean, the club dismissed that, but to be honest, I'm not really that sure. I think Man United will win here. I think because Sancho and Rashford have been unbelievable this pre-season, as well as Martial. I think it will be 3-1 Man United. Brighton aren't really as good as they used to be as well. Cucurella looks like he's going to Chelsea. Basuma's already gone. What do you think the score's going to be?
I put 2-1 Man United.
Okay.
I put Sancho to score. He looks electric in pre-season, to be fair. And Martial maybe the other goal.
West Ham City, another game I'm going to this weekend, so there will be a vlog on Saturday and Sunday. This is going to be a tight one. Haaland's, first game in the Premier League. There's been loads of memes around him, to be honest, about his misses in the Community Shield. Do I think that really affects it? Not really, because I think I heard a quote, I think it was from Michael Owen. He said that actually we should be looking at the positions Haaland got in rather than, his shots off target, because he's not going to be like that in the Premier League, surely, is he?
No. He'll wake up for that.
Can you see him scoring in the first game?
Yeah, I put a 2-0 win.
Okay, same as me.
I put Foden and Haaland to score.
So I think West Ham, obviously they're going to keep Declan Rice for this season as well, potentially lose him next season. What do you think about Scamacca, the striker that's coming for West Ham?
To be fair, haven't seen him at all, to be honest. Didn't he get like 16 goals, something like that? And I haven't really heard of him. I knew PSG were interested in him.
Yes, guys, so that is the end of the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. All our Premier League predictions. We'll be back next week for another Premier League predictions as well. Make sure you smash the likes down below. Can we get 15 likes on this video? Go and follow my social medias as well on TikTok, Twitter and Instagram. And I'll be back soon with another video. But until then, I'll see you next time.